What's up? alexy1 playing QvC from Germany. He's playing 1d4. And let's go for e6 and d5. Now we get a Catalan. And I'm just gonna take. And I have a feeling I've played this before on one of my videos, this b5. And yeah, and as I probably said there, Boris Avluk made a very good book about 1d4, but he forgot to mention this b5 idea. And I'm just gonna play my bishop to a6 for once. Normally I just go bishop b7, but knight a5 is then always a problem. So yeah, if he takes on b6, I'm just gonna take back with the a pawn, because then we get space on a7 for our rook, and also we get the chance to play c5 next. I think I want to go rook a7 here. No, let's just do c5. Oh, that is probably bad, because I thought if he takes we just have queen c7, but he has a move like c6 maybe. It's annoying. Let's see, maybe we can go queen c8 and rook a7. If he plays c6, we're gonna go rook a7. Probably. I'm not really liking this, but what can I do? I'm just gonna take back now. Okay, so it's still somewhat fine. So he's somewhat threatening to take here, but we don't mind that. He can take on d7 if when we take back he has knight b6. That's not really an issue. So yeah, what to do now? Okay, so we have a couple of options. One, we can go rook c7, takes on c4 and knight b6. Two, we can play bishop b7 and try and trade this bishop. But we really want to get our knight here, so... And if we take queen takes knight b6, what happens then? Without the rook c7, because I want to play rook c7, but I'm not really sure why. Probably because if he takes on d8, queen takes, c5 is attacked only twice. But a4 is hanging then, so... Well, the problem is queen b5 after taking. Not now, because we have this move, but if he took first on d8, then c5 was hanging. Now it's not such an issue. And although we're down a bishop pair, it's somewhat fine still. So I really have to watch out for my time as well. He can't take on c5 because we have queen takes b5, a takes b5, and bishop takes c5 check. So he should probably play something like rook c1 or queen takes a6. Do we mind this pawn here? Probably not. We're just gonna activate our king. Ah, that was the point. Okay. Okay. Well, we're definitely worse now. Definitely. Yeah, but now we can just take there and... Okay, so now we're not so definitely worse. Well, we're still worse, but let's just hang on to that one. Wee check. Okay, so we're better here for sure. And also, time is of the essence. Um, H6 though. Oh, luckily it didn't go for that. Because now we have a safe square to go to. And we're winning a pawn now. Yeah, so not really the best of games, but let's have a look at it. So yeah, he went for g3, and then he just gets into the Catalan. The idea is just to find shadow his bishop to g2, and if we don't play a d5 in the future, he can just go e4 next, and he's just better. So we should probably play d5 here. And this is mainline Catalan. This is the main position here. Taking here is, well, I think fine. There's a couple of choices here. Queen a4, Queen c2 is the main move, and knight e5. Knight e5 is pretty interesting. So then you have to play knight c6. And yeah, Queen c2 is the main move, and a6 is, I think, one of the main tries here. Bishop d7 is also a move, so a6. And maybe even a move like c5, but I'm not really sure about that one. Either way, I used to play this a6 line here, which is still pretty fun. But then you can go a4 and we can get our knight to b4. But yeah, this b5 is pretty fun. So a4 is the move. Knight e5 doesn't do anything now, because it's not threatening to take there. So we can just go knight d7, knight d5 probably, and then a4 still. But we have this c6 then. So yeah, a4 here is definitely the best. And the book of Boris Avrox just said knight e5 and winning. But yeah, it's not that easy. Knight e5 and queen takes d4, and it's pretty chaotic. The line is something like this. Then h4, and then we can just play e5 here. You can also go back to g2. Then also e5. So there are a lot of problems. You can go back to g2 immediately. And then we can just go bishop a6, and we try and hold on to these pawns as much as possible. So knight e2 probably, but then we have a simple queen takes e2. So yeah, these lines are pretty interesting. If they don't go for knight e5 though, it's way less interesting. A move like this is probably the best, positionally sound, and yeah, it's just fine. Knight b6 here, yeah, e4 is probably not the best. You should probably go something like b3 or rook d1. Yeah, if he goes for something like this, I'm gonna just put my knight on d7, and the point is he doesn't he isn't in the pin anymore. So after e4, this is obviously pinned, and he can't really move his knight to a5. He has to take or play b3, but then we can take on d4. And here I shouldn't play c5, I guess. Oh, it's still fine. c5 takes, and no, it's still fine. Yeah, he still has somewhat of a positional advantage here, because my pieces are a bit passive and his are not. And also the square now is pretty strong. He has to go knight d6 here, it seems. If we go queen b8, he can't take on c5 because of rook c7. But he can play something like f4 and just consolidate his knight here. f6 doesn't really seem to be working because of a move like queen b3. And then attacking e6. So yeah, f4 takes, knight b6. Yeah, and I thought he had to take on d8 here. And now queen b5. Well, we have this nice little tactic here. Petit combination. We can even go rook takes maybe. Because if he takes, we can just check. Bishop f1, knight takes a4. And checking there, we cleverly have defended c5 with our knight. So yeah. I think he has to take though. Maybe not play queen b5 then, because of this check, but rather queen c2 or something. Maybe a move like knight d5 is still fine. He went for queen b5. Yeah, I think I have to take here, yeah. It's pretty strange of me not to have seen this. Just, this was hanging. And if rook a1, we have a nice little queen c3. That's an advantage of having this rook on a7. You can still take and play rook a8. But we're up a pawn here. And we're just gonna hold on to it. So yeah, I should have took on d1. And here we're back in some trouble because well, rook c1 is one of the threats, and this c5 pawn is just somewhat hanging. Yeah, and this a5 isn't good. He should just play bishop f1 immediately, it seems. And if rook a7, then a5. It doesn't really matter, as opposed to the game. I should play this move though. Why didn't I do that? I was afraid of this, I guess. But there's nothing to worry about. Rook d7 and just something on f8. Yeah, and this is fine. So yeah, I should have played rook da8. Because now this pawn is pretty annoying. This bishop is just defending it. So I want rook c8, rook c1, rook c7, and this a7. Okay. And this move is just plain bad. You should just go rook a1 and just hold on to the position and just slowly build up his position. He can try something like bishop b5, rook a6, and bishop c6. Bishop b5 is, yeah, what can I do about it? I mean, probably have to go something like b3 and knight b4, but I doubt it's working. He went for taking on c5, but then we're just fine. The only problem I have in this position is my king. Well, as well as the threat of just bishop c4 and takes on d5. But he should definitely go king f2 or rook b7 check first. Check and going to e8 probably. I should probably go to a dark square here. And he just has a perpetual, but he was probably playing to win here. Yeah, and the next move should just be bishop c5, 4, bishop c4. Yeah, I'm not better there, but this move is just horrible because now we're just winning a piece. And we still got some issues here with our knight, where to go, because if we have to go to b1, I mean, I doubt it's working, and also he's still somewhat threatening to check us to death. So yeah, I was happy he didn't go for the check here, because I have to give up a lot of pawns then. This is not so easy. For instance, if he goes to h7, we have to really calculate this. Well, the main thing to calculate is we have king f3 here, and it's mate. And if he goes to, say, f1, king f3, e1, we have this little mate here. So, yeah, it's still winning, but we have to be precise, because if we don't mate him, we're just down a lot of pawns and we're never gonna win it. But luckily he didn't went for the check, he went for h5 here. And now we can always just go to d7 and have knight c7. Just defending the 7th rank. Check. And here I played g6 somewhere. Yeah, maybe that's bad. I don't know. Feels like a bad move. I wanted to get a safety for my king, but the engine wants to go knight e3. Point is just for winning this g pawn. But what is the long-term plan though? Ah, mating in 1 is the long-term plan. Okay, so check. f2. And then what? Check. And just, we're gonna give f7 it seems. No. Yeah, and this is easily winning. Should be easily winning though. So, yeah, but g6 is giving it away it seems. Because we can't really go to d7 anymore because of checking, and we have b6 then. So, we have to go to e7, check, f8, but then h6. And now we have to be really clever, because he's threatening this for 1. And also he's threatening to perpetual us. So what are we supposed to do here? f6 here. This is pretty scary. I doubt this is fine. You can just go g4 here, yeah. Yeah, this doesn't feel like a win. So this g6 is probably giving it away. I was afraid of a move like h6 here, because of still this idea. And as it seems, it's pretty hard to beat. Well, we have this f5, which is fine, because if he goes to g5, we can take on g3, so he has to go to h4. Then we can just simply go knight e7, I think. I'm mistaken. Knight e7 check and rook h8 and winning h7. So what can we do then? g5 check. Takes, and then knight e7. So if we have the line, we have knight g6 in the end. That's pretty hard to see. I doubt I'd see that in 20 seconds. g6. Well, he took, so we're happy now. Because now we get what we want. We wanted to have a safe square for our king. And we got it, so... And we're winning this pawn now. Yeah, I mean, it was time scramble, but... a move like g6 can just easily... well, just screw you over, I guess. I was supposed to go knight e3, it seems. Still, it's not really easy to find. Well, it's easy to find out that you're winning, but winning a pawn and checking is always easy, but yeah, I don't know. Well, we did win, so that's nice. Hope you guys enjoyed, and see you next time. Bye bye.